Do not adjust your televisions, for if you see a little red light and a little green light, well, more like an orange and green, you are seeing just fine, for this is being recorded in the dark. Now, why is this being recorded in the dark? Well, if you've been watching my other videos, you know by now, my Xbone, it has issues. So I shouted for its on function, and it actually did respond. You know why? Because its own little white light over there is actually on. Did it try to turn on the Kinect? No, never made it that far. Believe me, it's supposed to be right to the lower left of that orange Vizio light. That is my television. Also further to the left from the X Infinity yada 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 Comcast box. But yeah, it's not started the Kinect. It's not started the TV. It's actually been sitting here a good 5 minutes. So yeah, this is another false start video. So I figure I'd share that with everyone. What else is further going on? Well, you probably really don't matter or care, but I said that, being that these are being pretty frequent videos, I might bring something else to the table. Well, I really didn't plan that far ahead. It's mostly me in the dark, an Xbone that doesn't work properly, still Unit 3, because I guess that's the other thing I can mention. It is Saturday, and even though that on Titan's Eve I set up yet another exchange, it didn't really come up the whole week. And usually they say 3 to 4 business days, and well, I think I mentioned this past, but we'll be waiting for Monday. See if 7 days is enough for them to get the new unit to me, or if something else has gone further wrong. And I really don't have the faith to believe that something else couldn't go wrong. Come on. We're talking about the 4th Xbox that I'm about to go to work on trying to use and seeing if it lasts. And, well, come on. Would you really expect me to have that much faith at this point? I guess the other thing that I can bring up is that I've decided that if this 4th Xbox does not work, it's going to be time to talk to Microsoft about a total refund. And of course there will probably be people who say, oh, well, there's just no reason for a refund, we can get you something to work. Obviously you cannot, because you believe that refurbs that have had their own problems, first batch consoles, is okay if you fix them and put them back on the street. No, apparently you don't know how to fix them. And it was like this with the 360 as well, because you also put those refurbs back out on the street, and they constantly had problems, until you basically gave in and sent new consoles. That is what's necessary here. The idea that a used console that had problems in the past, right out of the box, and that with this new hardware you know what you're doing in order to go ahead and make it work? No, you're not that ready yet. You just aren't. So it's time to take these consoles, hold them and huddle them, and really study them by playing them and letting them sit. Just basically doing what normal users would do. Leaving it in your sleep mode, aka a standby, and seeing if it continuously starts up properly. If not, then something's wrong, and really start picking at it. Because these things do not always boot. And some of them, well, like Unit 3 here, Unit 3 doesn't boot just about any day without doing this lockup. And it's still sitting there with its light on. Little white light. The other white light up here, that's the, I think the pack. And then down here, the little other white light, that's the console.